What's up, everybody? My name is Kenneth, and I am a foreigner living in the Philippines, here today to react and learn to Filipinos who made Pinoys proud, part 2. This has been very highly requested. I made a part 1. If you guys haven't seen that already, then check it out first. And a lot of you guys love that video, and a lot of you guys wanted me to continue reacting to the series, and me too, so I'm happy you guys liked it. Today we're gonna watch part 2 of this series. It was really good, the first one, so I know Casual Truck has another really good video for us, and I'm really excited to watch this with you guys. So yeah guys, without further ado, let's get into this video. It's quite a long video, so I think this will be a little bit of a longer video than usual. Hope you don't mind. Alright guys, let's start. Let's go.
I'm gonna bend you over, Salt Papi, and no one will stop me, you understand me? I'm the underdog, bro. You don't even know what you stepped into, bro. You don't even know.
Salt Papi, some strong words over there.
Wow.
First of all, I'd like to thank God, my team, my brothers, and my dad for training me for this event, and my coach.
There you go, Filipinos. Humble, thanking God, not arrogant, not boasting. Yeah, that's the difference.
I'd like to thank Happy Punch Promotions and Misfit Boxing, KSI, for giving me this opportunity. I'm very happy to be here. And I'd like to thank Andy Warski as well for taking this fight.
Respects.
Yeah, respect for that. And he can talk as much as he wants, but I let my hands do the talking in the ring, like I did.
Salt Papi, a final
I hope this guy won, I really do.
word.
I just wish him a speedy recovery. Kids like my age in the streets. I grew up watching Manny Pacquiao.
Showboating from Salt Papi.
Salt Papi has some of the best arms.
Wow. Was that a knockout? Did he knock him out?
Salt Papi is the real deal.
Wow.
Salt Papi making a statement with that one.
Social media has been taking over the
That is the most badass thing I've ever seen. That looks like it was from a movie. I mean, that was so cool.
entertainment industry. It's also starting to make noise in the professional sports industry. At a first glance, anyone could easily assume that this guy's only talents are watching anime and playing video games. This chubby Filipino dude is a living proof that muscles alone don't win fights, but real talent and skill. Meet Nathaniel Bustamante, aka Salt Papi. He was born and raised.
Interesting. So it's not even like a athletic guy, like with a bunch of muscles. Not even like a bodybuilder looking guy. He just learned the skill of the martial arts, and I guess he was able to outmaneuver him. They were very impressive.
In Candelaria, Quezon. At age 14, he moved to the UK with his family for better opportunities in life. He loved boxing ever since he was a kid because of Manny Pacquiao. He used to engage in street fights for fun in some of his vlogs, which are actually entertaining to watch, but he never really trained seriously.
Oh, so they did like street fights. I guess this is not in the Philippines, but he did street fights when he was younger. I mean, and yeah, they kind of trained him for the fights. That makes sense.
He worked as a nurse in a mental health institution for 5 years until he struck gold when his fake run challenge on TikTok went viral.
What? he went viral on TikTok for creating like a challenge before even doing the fight. So he was like quite famous.
His popularity skyrocketed and
That looks really good. It looks like he's actually running.
didn't stop there because he became even more popular when he started uploading videos of himself pouring salt in the most ridiculous ways you could ever imagine.
Funny guy.
Nice.
This is when he earned his infamous nickname. He made his boxing debut in March of
that's how he got
2022
the
when he
Salt
was given
Papi.
the opportunity to match up against the English YouTuber Halal Ham. Days before the fight, Salt Papi's opponent couldn't stop talking smack.
You think you're better than boxing than me? Bastard, shut up! I'm going to send your Filipino back to China. Bastard, shut up!
But come fight night, he made Halal regret everything he said.
Oh, lovely lean counter. He's
I want to see this guy fight again.
Wow.
The internet took notice because it was 3 full rounds of
Destroyed him.
humiliation.
Salt Papi! And he's delivered emphatically. What an entertaining performance.
But at this point, Salt Papi was only seen as some chubby guy who beat another chubby guy. So he got matched up against a Twitch streamer who was more fit and more arrogant than the first one.
Ah, so it's a Twitch stream, Andy. So this was his second fight. The first fight was chubby guy was a chubby guy, as they're describing it. And the second fight, finally against someone who's like fit. But we know how that went.
I'm not coming in here to like have fun. I'm coming in like in here to murder you, bro. And that's what I'm gonna do, bro.
Is there an element of surprise that you're worried about with Andy, right? We haven't seen a lot from him.
I've lost 10 kg for this fight. I feel more conditioned. I'm gonna take him out in first round.
Oh yeah? Really?
Damn.
First round?
First round is calling. Did he actually do that?
All right, Salt Papi in the black.
Oh.
How about Salt Papi the southpaw? A la Manny Pacquiao from the Philippines.
Salt Papi has some of the best hands.
Wow. Round 1 of 3, he did do that in the first round. It's very rare that you see like someone talking smack like before the fight, like saying I'm gonna knock you down in the first round, and then they actually do it. I feel like that's very rare. So he actually delivered twice. Incredible. This guy is very talented.
Salt Papi! Ladies and gentlemen, Salt Papi is the real deal!
Salt Papi making a
First
statement.
round? So did the other guy just not train or what? How can you talk that much trash and then first round you just get knocked down like that?
With that one.
They've waved it off! The Philippines celebrate! 1, 2, 3! Light them up for Salt Papi!
Wow.
This man was talking about a fight with KSI earlier in the week, and that is how he might get it.
The fight was over in seconds and he stayed true to his word. The internet then blew up as Salt Papi violated every ounce of Andy Warski's ego. The matchmakers then wanted to see how Salt
did.
Papi reacts when he gets tested. Like really tested. So they matched him up against an American MMA
So there's a third fight and I don't know how this is gonna go. Now it's getting scary. I hope he wins.
fighter, Josh Brueckner. On paper, it was looking like our guy didn't have a chance because not only does this guy have a total of 8 professional fights, but he was also bigger at 6'1" and stronger judging by his muscles. Like, come on, just take a look at the difference.
Wow, yeah.
But
Is he gonna win this?
fight night,
This is where Josh should be excelling. He's the longer fighter, should be touching Papi from the distance.
No way! That was incredible.
Excelling.
What?
He's the longer fighter, should be touching Papi from the distance.
How is he that fast? Even at his size, he's super fast, like a snake. What? Wow.
What a shot!
Man,
What a shot!
he may not get up.
Clean.
He's struggling here. He's struggling. It's over. It's all over.
Incredible! In round 2, he beat this guy who's way bigger than him in round 2. This guy needs to become the next Manny Pacquiao. He needs to go super professional. He's so talented. What? How is he that fast? Imagine if he was leaner. Like, he would be the fastest boxer on earth, right?
Rolls down the toe.
Wow.
That was a Manny Pacquiao left hand. Stepped inside the guard. You don't see that a lot. And taking advantage of the inside lane and popping him.
this was the fight when Salt
I'm
Papi
really
gained the
impressed.
respect of everybody, even the pros.
Who are the top 3 creator boxers right now?
Salt Papi.
One? Salt Papi won?
Yes. Technically,
Wow. Even like Logan Paul in this podcast group of Americans, everyone knows Salt Papi now. That makes sense. I mean, doing it once is incredible. Twice is insane. 3 times? You can't say it's luck, right? This guy is super talented.
and like he seems like he understands boxing at a higher level, so I would say Salt Papi. Technically.
Also well deserved. He is so entertaining, so good, so sexy.
He just seems like he gets everything and he's understanding it, and I think he's gonna get better.
This win catapulted him into the top
I don't watch so much boxing, but Salt Papi, this seems like my favorite boxer because I've never seen someone deliver what they're saying they're gonna do so much. It's really impressive.
Top 5 pound-for-pound influencer boxing rankings, along with big names such as KSI and Jake Paul. Heck, some of them are even scared of him now.
Now, I'm just training against Orthodox fighters now. So, no more southpaws. You know, people want me to fight Salt Papi. It's not happening. Okay, I need to fight Jake Paul. I can't get distracted now.
No.
Man, it low-key feels good when people fear us.
He should definitely fight Salt Papi. That would be so much fun. But he's too afraid.
Another Filipino who should be feared is Dave Bautista. He was born and raised in Washington, D.C. by his American mom and Filipino dad who worked as a taxi driver and a barber. They lived a life of poverty. Their home was located in a place where crime was a daily routine.
Wow.
He once said in an interview that he had witnessed a total of 3 murders right in front of their house as a kid. It didn't take too long for him to adopt a similar lifestyle because as early as 13, he was already stealing cars. By age 17, he started living independently, working as a nightclub bouncer. But that job didn't last long as he was arrested after a fight against 2 customers. One of them was rendered unconscious. He then got sentenced to 1 year probation. He then worked as a lifeguard after that, and at this time, he already had 2 kids and was struggling to make ends meet. There was one time when he broke down in shame when he had to borrow money from his co-worker just to give his kids some Christmas gifts. His struggles continued until he found bodybuilding and started going all in into wrestling, which led him to develop a monstrous physique, and this didn't happen until he was in his early 30s. This was him before. This was him after hitting the gym.
Wow.
Dude is almost unrecognizable. But despite his hard work, a lot of people still doubted him. He tried out in WCW but immediately got rejected and was told by one of their pro wrestlers that he would never make it in the pro scene. When one door closes,
that's how you know someone is gonna make it. I feel like the second they get like rejected, every successful person has this story, right? They get rejected, you're never gonna make it, and then they become like the biggest thing. It's always like that.
another opens because this led him to get accepted to debut in a much bigger organization, the WWE. From this point on, his career would snowball as he carried the iconic stage name Batista. He racked up multiple tag team and world title belts and was able to share the ring with legendary wrestlers like Triple H, John Cena, Rey Mysterio, and The Undertaker, to name a few. This line of profession is very dangerous.
Yeah.
So injuries weren't a stranger to him. So he decided to put it on hold and started
collapsed on him. The entire structure collapsed on him. Wow. And he survived that.
Venturing into acting. As expected, a lot of people doubted him again. But not for long because he was able to secure a role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Where is Gamora?
Yeah, I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora? I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
After the Guardians of the Galaxy, Bautista appeared in multiple highly rated movies such as Blade Runner 2049, Dune, Endgame, Knock at the Cabin, and more. What I like about this dude is he never forgot about his heritage. He's a loud and proud Filipino. He is so proud that he got a total of 3 tattoos representing his Filipino roots.
I was always really just taught to be proud of my heritage. My mom's Greek, my dad's Filipino. Always very proud of my roots, and I display it on my body. A Filipino flag and Greek flag, and also another Filipino flag.
And Greek flag, is it mixed Filipino-Greek? Very interesting.
Filipino son.
Now that's something to be proud of. Another big dude who is a very proud Filipino is Brandon Vera. He was born and raised in Norfolk, Virginia, but he also spent some of his childhood in Cagayan, Quezon, under the care of his Filipino dad and stepmom, which explains his fluent Tagalog.
Nakakatuwa si Brandon, no? Diba? Pinoy na Pinoy, ang galing managalog. Mas magaling ka pang managalog sa mga Pilipinong nakatira sa Pilipinas.
Nahihirapan pa minsan. Minsan mga ibang words. Yung
may
malalim.
Oo, pero diretso, hindi bulol. Diba?
Thank you.
Taga saan ang pamilya mo rito sa Pilipinas?
Tagkawayan, Quezon. And si Ma'am galing Batangas.
He even knows a lot about Philippine history.
Marami ka bang alam sa Pilipinas?
A lot. My favorite one is the barong.
Yung barong Tagalog, pambansang kasuotan ng
The Barong Tagalog, the national outfit of Filipino men. Wow, I've never heard of this. I want to learn more about that. That would be cool.
lalaki.
Oo nga.
Anong alam mo sa barong?
Saan galing yun? Bakit?
Saan galing ang barong?
Yeah.
Saan ba galing ang barong?
So, the history of the barong is I was told when the Spanish colonized the Philippines, they tried to make us wear clothes. Kasi, di ba, we were savages, not wearing clothes. So, pinusutan ng damit and then laging tago yung mga weapons ng mga Pilipino.
Nagtatago sila ng mga sandata. Okay.
Lahat. I guess the way that they fixed the problem was they came up with a shirt that was see-through. The barong, Tagalog.
Para makita nila kung may tinatago o may daladalang sandata yung mga Pilipino, ang pinasuot nilang damit, yung kita yung loob.
The tattoo on his back is also no.
Really? They tried to make sure the Filipinos had clothes, but they were hiding weapons under them, so they made see-through clothes. That's very strange. But it still stuck around, huh?
Noticeable. The letters are an ancient Filipino writing system called baybayin.
Baybayin. Yeah, I've learned about this in another video you should check out. Yeah, I've learned about this. Super cool alphabet.
Which reads mundo, hangin, apoy, and tubig. A la Pinoy avatar. Anyway, he excelled in wrestling in his high school days, which earned him a 4-year athletic scholarship at Old Dominion University. But he would later drop out as he wanted to focus only on wrestling. He enlisted in the US Air Force and joined the wrestling team, but his career would be cut short because he would suffer multiple torn ligaments in his right elbow. This got him medically discharged by the army. Nothing seems to be working in Brandon's favor, but he never gave up. He rehabbed his elbow on his own until he was strong enough to enter the Grappler's Quest submission wrestling competitions. He didn't have a coach or a trainer, so this caught the attention of Lloyd Irvin, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and coach, who invited him to train with his MMA school. He later then turned pro and went on to have an 8-fight winning streak while finishing most of his opponents with his signature kicks and devastating knees.
High clinch, watch the knees.
Incredible fighter.
Though he didn't quite reach the goal to become a champion in the UFC, he did become one in ONE FC in a brutal fashion by finishing all of his opponents.
Incredible fighter. Ooh, so fast. Doing a dance. Oh my.
But he was already 40 at the time and his age would start catching up as he would lose against Myanmar's Aung San Sang. In the present day, Brandon Vera had already retired and moved to the Philippines permanently. He also built his own gym called the Alliance Training Center PH to help train more young Filipino MMA talents.
Wow, that's really cool. He even runs a gym now in the Philippines.
Speaking of talent, especially in combat sports, who would ever forget to mention Manny Pacquiao?
Right. No one. He's a throwback. He's like the old days when people fought the very best.
Historically great fighter.
He also has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived.
That's too much power.
Wow.
Too much heart.
The fighting pride of the Philippines.
I don't know that much about Manny Pacquiao. Like, when did he stop boxing? Well, like, when was his prime?
Manny.
Hopefully they tell us here.
Pacquiao.
Wow.
Oh, down goes Thurman. And let me tell you, that was just a quick punch.
Pac-Man. So I guess his nickname was Pac-Man. It's cool. So fast.
Every time he fights, the country's crime rate drops to 0%.
Yeah.
He's a master not only inside, but also outside the ring.
Manny, you have something very kind to say about us,
Yeah,
to
I
the people
have,
of the Philippines.
Okay, hello Philippines. Itong mga kasama ko, hindi sila nakakaintindi ng Tagalog at akala nila pinupuri ko sila. Pero sila ay hindi nakakaintindi kaya pwede natin silang ibinta. Kaya mga kababayan, ito wala to, hindi nakakaintindi. So,
That's Manny P.
That's
extremely moving.
Yes,
We're
yes.
moved.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Okay, thank
Manny,
you.
We like
Thank
that.
Everyone loved Manny, even the biggest celebrities. But before gaining all that fame, he had to go through a lot of pain because he was born and raised in General Santos at the time of poverty and war. At age 5, he'd already seen dead and decapitated bodies. Military and rebel shootouts would happen just a few meters away from their home, so his family had no choice but to leave and settle in a nearby province called Sarangani. Manny's dad was barely there for them, so his uncle played the role of a father figure. He started training Manny how to box and also taught him how to fish at a very young age to survive.
What a good
He joined
uncle.
several amateur boxing competitions and dominated all of them, but he wasn't earning enough because most of what he got was just a bunch of trophies and medals. Life was too hard that it came to a point that Manny's dad butchered their own dog just to have food on the table. This was
Really?
Manny's
Wow.
wake-up call, so at age 16, he traveled alone to the city of Manila to become a pro boxer without letting his mom know because he knew she wouldn't allow him back then.
Wow.
He made the gym his home and slept in the ring every night. In Manny's
Really?
first professional fight, he had to lie about his age just to get in. He was a malnourished kid, so he
Wow.
put heavy objects in his pocket just to make it into the flyweight division, which explains why he looked significantly smaller than his opponents in his early fights.
Really? I mean, this is insane. He lied about his age, lied about his weight, but still made it in and still won. That's so respectable. That's incredible.
Despite the handicap, he still went on to dominate and clean up the whole flyweight division, gaining him a world title belt in the process.
Wow. If there's anyone who deserves to win this, man, Manny Pacquiao. Incredible fighter. It just shows like how powerful you can become when you need to be. Like how much desperation really is a motivator, because none of the people he fought against were as hungry as him. Literally hungry, probably. Really insane. Very respectable.
In spite of this achievement, Manny was still relatively unknown to the world. Nobody knew him to the point that the announcers couldn't even read his name properly.
Tail of the tape, Felicianola Ledwaba against Manny Pacquiao. I'll get it right, Pacquiao.
But Manny's anonymity would only last until this very night.
Boom! He took this fight on only 2 weeks' notice, and he is banging Ledwaba right now. Big right hand upstairs, and now he's got Ledwaba bleeding badly. The eyes of Ledwaba. That's a TKO victory for the very impressive Manny Pacquiao.
I frankly had never heard of him, but I've seen and heard of him now.
And you want to see him again.
I want to see him again.
He would then beat everyone in bantamweight, so he had to move up to featherweight where he would earn the nickname Pac-Man, as he would devour most of the Mexican monsters in the division.
Wow. So that's where he got his nickname. Incredible.
It came to a point that nobody in the featherweight division, even the lightweight division, was willing to fight him. Not even the prime Mayweather.
Did Floyd duck Manny Pacquiao?
Yes.
I have to believe
Wow.
Floyd is ducking.
So Manny was forced to move up to 2 weight classes.
Floyd Mayweather, which is known as like one of the greatest, but he actually is ducking Manny Pacquiao. So what that tells me, probably Manny was the best one ever.
He had to face his idol himself, Oscar de la Hoya. Their size difference was so noticeable that Manny's countrymen got worried about him. There was even a bill that was passed just to stop the fight from happening.
The objective is to protect the pride of our nation. Protect him from a possible debacle that may be detrimental to his...
Wait, there's a bill designed to get him to stop fighting this person because he's so much smaller, and they didn't want to hurt the pride of the Philippines. Wow.
Some say this will be a circus because you see a big man fighting a small man.
But the fight still happened, and Manny shocked everyone when he completely dominated the much bigger fighter and even made him
you need to believe in your fighter. Manny's got this.
give up in round number 8.
Manny Pacquiao has beaten Oscar de la Hoya.
Wow. That's David versus Goliath right there. Incredible.
And he then went down a weight class to visit the lightweight division to put Ricky Hatton to sleep.
Ooh. Man.
Then moved back up to welterweight and proceeded to go on a rampage against bigger opponents. One notable victim was Antonio Margarito, who was arguably the biggest fighter Manny ever faced. What made this matchup interesting was the drama leading up to the fight because Margarito was so arrogant and insulted Manny in multiple ways.
Así va a quedar, mira. Así va a quedar llorando.
Julian, who's gonna win? Pacquiao or Margarito?
Margarito.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's that?
No chance.
No, this guy.
Es puto Pacquiao.
Así es, pendejo.
But just like Salt Papi, Manny did all the talking with his
Yeah, I believe it.
Decision victory. Margarito has a vicious beatdown to remember. His
Wow.
fifth consecutive conquest of a significantly bigger man.
Manny Pacquiao's career is
Wow.
definitely full of interesting fights, but it
Did
would
he ever lose? Like, I don't know, but one time he lost.
take hours if I had to share all of them. For now, let me just give you a perspective on the
So
magnitude
it's a lot of fights. It would take an hour. It's like hours to go through all of them. But I think he won probably most of them, right?
of his achievements. Manny is the only 8-weight division world champion, and he has held a total of 13 world titles across all of them. This is a feat no boxer has ever done before. He made it into the boxing world fighting bigger guys.
I hope he managed to make a lot of money of this and like help his family. They really deserved it, man. What an amazing story. So motivational.
And retired fighting even bigger guys. He was the people's David against the world's Goliaths.
Yeah, exactly.
And because
what
of
I
his
said,
legacy, he became an inspiration to many aspiring young athletes.
Yeah.
And one of them
Like
was
Soul Papi.
surprisingly a young woman, Hidilyn
really?
Diaz. She was only 9 when she got introduced to weightlifting by her cousins, as they used to haul wood, which is a common thing in the provinces to gain extra money. She liked it instantly as she discovered that she was actually stronger than her cousins, who turned out to be boys.
Wow.
They also lived a life of poverty as her parents struggled to make ends meet. Hidilyn was the 5th child among 6, so his dad's income as a tricycle driver and a part-time farmer was barely enough to support them. She had to borrow shoes and uniforms for training and gladly took hand-me-downs. Going to the gym was even a struggle for her because she didn't have money for fare, so she had to sit on her friend's lap to avoid paying. Despite all the difficulties, Hidilyn kept going and her hard work paid off as she got selected as the wildcard entry in the 2008 Summer Olympics in China, making her the first ever female weightlifter to compete for the Philippines in the Olympics.
Wow.
She was only 17. Making it to the Olympics
17 and made it to the Olympics. Incredible.
was a good achievement, but winning it all was the ultimate challenge. In Hidilyn's
Right.
case, the gold eluded her for more than a decade, and it eluded the whole country for almost a century. 97 years to be exact.
Wow.
Her journey was full of setbacks and crushing defeats, but there was one thing she didn't do. She never gave up.
Good. I hope she won. Tenth.
And that is it for Hidilyn Diaz.
Pero ilang taon lang siya, nakita natin kanina yung
Did not finish.
Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. It's not going to gain her any positions. It's not going to mean anything.
After winning silver in Rio, Hidilyn didn't get contented, so she kept training for the 2020 Olympics. She trained in Malaysia to prepare, but the pandemic happened. Her team got stranded
Alright, so she got a silver medal at least, but she obviously wanted the gold.
in Malaysia
Continue
for
training.
almost 2 years without training gym access or equipment. But instead of doing nothing, she kept training by using improvised tools such as heavy bags and water bottles. There was a
Wow.
point when they ran out of money and had to ask for financial help on social media, which led to her getting bashed by some fans. But Hidilyn didn't let it get in her head and instead kept training. In the final moments of the competition, China said a word.
To become Olympic champion.
Hidilyn's last successful attempt was 124, and in order to win, she had to break the world record again by adding 3 more kilos to make it 127, which was something she'd never lifted in the past. That is
Really? She had to, in order to win, she needed to make a new world record. Wow.
almost 300 pounds. It's like lifting a Batista. ever Olympic gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Philippines.
Because, we are not known for our physical gifts. We are not the tallest people in the world. We are not the strongest either. Sometimes we lose, badly, but we never see it as a disadvantage. We see it as a challenge to claim victory by improving our skills and talents even further. We are Filipinos. We are a proud race. Sometimes it makes me wonder, why are we always so proud? Well, the answer is simple.
It does seem like the Philippines has a lot more like social cohesion around the term being Filipino. Like being proud of that is more common in the Philippines than being proud of other countries like where I'm from. It's not that common, but Filipinos, they all kind of agree on this one thing, and that they're proud of being Filipino. They all have that in common, right? Which is kind of rare. So yeah, it's true what he's saying.
Because we believe that our country's heart and soul are its people.
Wow. And that's the end of the video. What a great video. What a great video. I'm gonna give this a like. Oh, I'm not signed in right now. Okay, I like this later. Wow, guys, this is a really good video. I always enjoy reacting to these. I think there's 1 or 2 more. I think there's 3 or 4 episodes. I really want to watch the other ones also. I enjoyed this series a lot. If you guys like it also, then make sure to like and subscribe so I can tell you guys like it. And if this video does well, like the last one, then I'll continue making this for you guys. And as always, if you have another video you want me to react to, then you can let me know in the comments and I'll check it out. And if I end up reacting to it, then I'll give you credit. Alright guys, I make daily videos like this, reacting to the Philippines, culture, history, anything you name it. If you like that content, please subscribe for more new videos every single day. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.